So I just got activated as a Walmart Spark delivery driver here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Now, if you're not familiar, Spark Delivery is Walmart's last mile delivery service, created in 2018 using independent contractors like me and you to deliver customer orders. Now, in this video, I want to give you some of my first impressions, show you some of the screens here so you know what to expect when you get activated, and also the two problems that I already have, so at least you might know what to expect and hopefully solutions if you encounter these things as well. Okay, so welcome, Michael. Let's get started. View your area for pickup. Check the stores you will be making deliveries from. And it says view delivery area. Now, in my haste to setting this up, I basically blew right past this and clicked through, but I'll show you exactly what it looks like here. So again, I'm here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Now, I know where the Walmart locations are, right? Just like you probably do in your marketplace. So it showed me that these two locations were my delivery zone. So I was a little concerned there. I'm thinking, all right, well, I kind of want to target different Walmart stores. For me, it's south of the city. Now, luckily, once you get activated, once you get into the driver app, you can change what they call zones. And I'm not seeing like any penalties for doing so. So we can see here, I can toggle different delivery zones. So for whatever reason, if this zone works best for me, I can deliver here. I can pick up orders from this location. Or what I did here, we can see changing my delivery zone. All right, cool. It says great. It's all set. You can change all of these settings at any point you like going forward. That's pretty easy. Let's click on Let's Get Started. All right, here's our home screen. So again, it says welcome, Michael. And then it says proximity to hotspots will have a better chance of getting more offers. Now, since being in this gig economy since 2015, in different marketplaces, this is common for a lot of these gig apps. So the proximity of you, literally as a driver to the pickup location, again, we can see here, it might increase the chances of getting an order, so keep that in mind. All right, but problem number one, just below that, and please, if you're activated currently as a Spark driver, give us a solution to this, if this is odd or not, down below in the comments. But it says, remember that you won't receive any offers without first setting your availability. Now, what's interesting is in a lot of their walkthroughs, I'm looking for a solution for this, as in setting my availability, because I had nowhere in this app, and we'll see this here, every single screen, there's nowhere to set my availability, so I'm a little concerned. Am I not going to get any offers? And I saw, again, on their walkthroughs and resources, a screen to set your availability. This is what it's supposed to look like. So maybe because I'm new, it also says that you have to have a week starting. So maybe the week hasn't started yet technically. I don't know. Again, if you can offer some help there, let us know down below. So whenever you're doing these pickups, you're driving to the Walmart locations, usually an associate is going to load the goods into your vehicle. Unless it's an express order, then you might have to go into the Walmart store yourself and pick the items. Now, you'll be paid based on the assignment, the individual assignments here. Now, one thing that I did notice going back to the app here is I already saw some pay bonuses, which was kind of surprising, honestly. With a lot of these gig apps, sometimes there's bonuses if you're a new user, but I saw a good amount of different options here. So for instance, this one says each completed trip can get an additional bonus of $3 with no upper limit. Now, I think that's kind of thrown in there just to seem enticing, but it says that multiple orders per trip count as one trip. That's one big thing. I wanted to highlight that for you. So if I get customer A and customer B, again, that's what I would assume would be multiple orders. It does say multiple orders on one trip will count as one trip. But again, there's already another bonus, which is kind of nice. It says 5 eligible trips from earning a $50 bonus. So this time it says a $50 bonus program, complete 5 trips by December 31st and get a $50 bonus. Plus you keep any tips. That's important to mention as well. So you can get tips, much like Instacart or Shipt, where you're also delivering, let's say, groceries or daily essentials. tutorials so we can get tips on Spark as well. Nextly, let's look at this My Metrics feature screen in the app here. And yes, as an independent contractor, there's some kind of control here from the provider, of course, being Walmart in this case, very similar to a lot of other side hustle apps. So we have an on-time arrival percent based on the last 50 trips. We have a drop rate. Now that is similar to Amazon Flex. So I'm assuming here, and we can see some details later in the app, that if you take an assignment and you cancel it, that's going to affect your drop rates. We have a percentage of acceptance rate. Typically an acceptance rate is a lot different. You don't really need to worry generally about an acceptance rate. And then, of course, we have something that you do need to worry about is, customer service, a customer rating. So the screen continues. The Spark Driver My Metrics program is designed to help you provide a positive experience for customers by giving you visibility into your metrics across 4 key areas. Again, we mentioned on-time arrival acceptance rate, drop rate, and customer rating. Now, it kind of stands to reason. You kind of get it. The better rating that you are, the more satisfactory you're doing on the platform. And if you're really low on, let's say, a drop rate, for instance, or a customer rating, then your accounts could be at risk for deactivation. And they do mention something to that extent in here as well. For example, here's some metrics on that. So on-time arrival, there's different thresholds. Green is good, orange is pretty good, and then red, again, you're kind of at risk for deactivation if continued. So a green level, on-time arrival greater than 95%, acceptance rate greater than 40%, drop rates, which should be pretty rare. Again, accepting and canceling or dropping a shift, let's say, under 5%, and a customer rating of 4.7 out of 5. Now that's really on par, again, with a lot of side hustle apps. For instance, on DoorDash, you really need to maintain a 4.6 or so before you really have to start worrying about any kind of deactivation. All right, next screen, which is our trips tab here. So here's where we're going to see our offers. And of course, again, I'm a little worried about the availability section. We'll see though, but it says all offers were accepted or have expired. Try again later. Now that's not too uncommon. I'm not really worried about that. You'll see similar things on Instacart, on Shipt, a lot of these apps that offer kind of same day requests. Now I will tell you, based on my experience, that if an app, for instance, if Walmart Spark pays pretty well in your market and or there's just good bonuses, which means more drivers might want to get out there and drive, that some of these offers might go pretty quick. Now our next tab here, which is earnings, of course, blank, just being activated here. Now, with any kind of earnings screen, I'm always curious, how deep do they break down the actual earnings? How many line items can you understand what's your pay versus maybe what the customer pays? Any fees, anything that's taken out of your pay or just your general pay breakdown, any bonus pay and tips. So we'll keep an eye on that. So I do invite you to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Join the team here. We're going to be taking some Walmart Spark runs and judging it versus some other similar apps. Okay, but I told you there were 2 problems. That's kind of a basic walkthrough of the main screens here. So here's a problem number 2. I don't know if this is just me. I don't know if this is just for Pittsburgh, because there's a good amount of cities that have Walmart Spark already. I just got activated. But looking at, this is actually from my email to get started and onboarded. It says, hey, step 3, turn on Spark now. So not only does my screen look a little different, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, right? These apps get updates, what have you, but I don't have that My Availability feature, and I don't have Spark Now, which kind of clearly communicates like, hey, I can go online right now. I can take any kind of requests right now versus scheduling a shift. So Amazon Flex, you might have that in your marketplace. You can schedule a shift, or you can basically go online to take quick same day runs on Flex. So I'm really curious how Spark is going to be here in Pittsburgh, especially obviously with the pay. So I need your help here. You're going to want to follow this. So again, consider subscribing. But if you're currently active, how is it? How is Spark? How is the pay specifically? The bonus pay, is it consistent? And how does it do versus competitors? Maybe Instacart, Shipt, and Amazon Flex. So if you got value in this video, can you definitely drop me a like? And you can also click or tap screen here for my newest video, as well as a video recommended for you. And I'll see you in the next one.